Hi, I'm Eric Schumacher Rasmussen. I'm the editor and VP of Streaming Media, and I'm here at the Northern Waves Conference in Oslo. And I'm speaking with Marius Haugen, who's the head of IT for Consumer Home at Nordic telco and cable company Telia, which a year ago or so acquired Get.
Yeah.
And we're talking with all of our speakers here about their thoughts on the future of television. So let's start with that sort of big picture question. What do you see television looking like in, say, 3 years?
Yeah, well, that is a very broad question indeed. So, I think we had a similar chat last year, and I think I was forecasting that we would kind of see a downturn in the innovation of technology and a upswing in the innovation of business models and the relationship between partners in the industry. I would still hold on to that. I think the technology innovation has slowed down. There's not so much the individual players are doing to stand out on that anymore. Of course, you have the new codecs and everything like that, but it's not the explosion that we see through the last few years through technology. Now, as for business models, I think we are seeing a change. We are seeing that a lot of the streaming actors are becoming embedded within of the pay TV sphere. So even Netflix is now on a lot of the STBs and stuff of several players, and I see that trend going forward, particularly in regards to new revenue models, sharing advertising income and so on. So. And of course, there's been some innovations in storytelling with more interactive stuff.
Right.
And, yeah, that's cool.
You talked about sharing, speaking specifically about revenues, but in a more broader sense, do you think we're going to have to see more cooperation and collaboration among telcos, pay TV operators, broadcasters, and streaming services in the next few years?
I think it's fairly inevitable at this point. I think we all love competition, and we like to get the upper hand. But there is a lot of parts of our service now that are fairly commoditized and that doesn't really prove grounds for differentiation. And I think those can easily be combined. Yeah.
All right, let's talk a little bit specifically about Get and the acquisition by Telia. What sort of opportunities has that presented you?
It's fairly immature at this point, but I think the times for moving forward will be very exciting for us. Of course, we have gained a much bigger audience from going from a small base of 500,000 households. We now cover the entire Nordics. Being Scandinavia and the Baltic countries. So, and that also goes to our societal responsibility to give good services to all of these people, of course. But it's a great many things. A lot of these countries have their own systems. I see a lot of potential for combinations.
Right.
And both on the technology side, but also on the content acquisition side, going into some very interesting models there.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you so much for your insights, Marius.
Sure.